In the past, junior year abroad was more or less the thought of what study abroad would be. And I think people perceived, and probably rightly, it was for the moneyed, it was for the upper classes, it was a sort of a grand tour. But now, study abroad, and we even call it overseas study now because study abroad does have a somewhat elitist cachet to it. It's a totally different experience. We have people going to work in hospitals in Japan. We have people working on TV shows in England as assistants. We have people doing traditional study abroad, studying languages in the various countries. So I don't think it's more important than ever. I think it's always been important. I think we're just doing it more intelligently now. I think people are more aware of the value of international experience. I think the United States is working so much more with the rest of the world. I think people here in the U.S., whether it's small towns or large towns, are meeting citizens from other parts of the world. And we realize that we need someone, if indeed the entire organization cannot understand the cultures, the habits, the attitudes of another culture, that we need our own guide within our entity to help us understand. Global used to mean, let's look at China or let's look at Nicaragua. But now we know that what global means is let's also look at how the U.S.'s actions impact the world. So it's all of a part. So if we can get that kind of thinking to begin here at the freshman level, I think we will see a dramatic increase. I think often when we think about students studying abroad, we think about it being an experience for them. We seem to put all the focus on the student. But the students are incredible ambassadors for us. And we talk to them about this when they go out, that whether they like it or not, when they leave this country and go to another country, they are America. People are not going to first describe them as a young man or as a young woman or how their hair looks. It's going to be, this American did this or that. So they play an incredible role in cultural diplomacy. So I think it's incumbent upon all of us, and the universities especially, since we tend to send most of the study abroad students, to start working with these students when they first come here about the role of cultural diplomacy. I think it's something they will carry with them the rest of their lives. One thing we try to stress with the students are exchange programs. We have numerous sister universities, and with those particular universities, if a UA student wants to go to Chiba University in Japan, literally, they pay tuition here and they attend school there. And we say, you know, so that takes care of the tuition issue. In either place, you're going to have to eat, so that's an expense. And usually, we hear about Japan being expensive, but by the time you get to university level and cafeteria, that pretty much levels out. We can also have an agreement where housing is an exchange. Student pays housing here, has housing there. So, and then with a little help from us, a student can very inexpensively study abroad. First, we have academic study, and that is this unit. This facilitates students going abroad, Fulbright scholarships, any type of, perhaps a student wants to go deliver a paper in England or has been asked to come do that, internships abroad. But the great majority of students who visit this unit are American. Our other two units deal largely with international students. The English Language Institute deals with incoming international students who have not passed the TOEFL. That's the test of English as a foreign language. So they have to get their English skills to a point that makes them admissible to the university. Another exciting area for the English Language Institute, they train all our international TAs who come from non-English speaking countries. And there too, I want to stress, it's not just about the language, it's about the culture. So they work with international students who would like to be teaching assistants, but work with them not only on language, but also on cultural norms for the classroom. And our third group is the International Student and Services Unit, and they help welcome our international students. They monitor their visa status. When things go wrong, they help make them go right. They're in touch every week with a weekly newsletter to all our international students. I probably hear the term life-changing 100 times a year. I see tears of joy. I see people who left here just sort of looking kind of rumpled and 19 years old, walk back in with a confidence and a demeanor and a clarity that is just unimaginable. It is life-changing. I don't know any other word, but it's definitely the best part of what I do. Come talk to us. That's the first step. There are lots of reasons why you may think you shouldn't do this. Probably more likely, there are lots of reasons you think you can't do this. And we want to show you the way. Study abroad is for everyone. And if indeed at the moment the foremost concern in your mind is money, put that away. Let's make that the last concern. Let's examine all those other issues. Let us worry about the money. Just come talk with us, and I promise you'll never regret it.